Oh, hi there, my dear friend, and welcome back to another episode of Survival Stories. How's it going? Me? I'm just shearing, doing a little bit of road work. Oh my goodness, guys, we have such a packed episode. Oh, I can just do that. I'm stupid. See, the hatchet from Tinker's Construct is just like instantly breaking the leaves. It's such a pleasant feeling. I have a packed episode for tonight. It's probably gonna be recorded over 2 days, so I'm starting this pretty early. And my voice may sound different in between segments, but that means progress, so hopefully you like it. Do I want that? Yeah. That's one thing that we don't have. So, welcome back. Thank you very much for your likes and comments on the last episode. It was amazing again. The support, guys, I mean, the channel is growing now. The channel is really growing. I rarely speak about these things, but wow, we're rolling. And I'm really happy about it. So, it's all thanks to you. I love you for it. Thank you. Keep it up, please. And I'll keep making content that you guys like. Alright, is this good? That's really good, yeah. So, the tower. The Tower of Thaumcraft. We're gonna work, not so much on the tower today, but we're gonna work on Thaumcraft. There are a lot of things that we need to do. And once again, I will do this and try to have as much tutorial value as possible. And my voice, there we go, better. One thing that you learn when you do YouTube is to kind of control your burps, and an issue is then if you've had like a liter of water within the last 30 minutes, which I've had. Don't know why I got so freaking thirsty, but yeah, that's gonna cause an issue. Alright, first of all, let me show you. Actually, is this wrong again? Controls. No. Let's lower that a little bit more. I felt that I was moving the mouse a little bit quick. Okay, that's better. That's a bit... So, been doing a little bit more work. This has actually been quite a bit of time put into this. It doesn't maybe look like much, but... there's a bit of work. We got these up. I really like them. You guys loved this, so... I got a few comments on the choice of brick or block, and to be honest with you, I'm not completely confident with it yet, but I think it will grow on us. And I did use more of this abyssal block. I'm using it for like the background, any background area. I'm using that, and then the trim is the voidstone and the chisel obsidian. I just love the purple tint to this. I'm very happy we went with it. And it works out well with Thaumcraft because warp and taint, that's purple in Thaumcraft. So I didn't even think about it. Alright, I'm not sure about the entrance yet. I got some questions on that. I'm not sure what to do. I actually tried to install a staircase here, and it came out all the way back here, and it looked very bad. So we'll see what we do. Inside, I've done work. Check this out. This is going to be our infusion altar. One of the things we'll do later in this video. So if you're keen to find out how to do infusion altar, you better watch this video. I just sounded like one of them advertisers. Come down to the car sales this weekend. You're 25% off of the latest Volvo. Maybe not. But we are gonna do we're gonna do a fusion altar in this room. I did install applied logistics here, and that looks pretty okay, doesn't it? Using a magenta I can't break that, dang it. Using a magenta, actually, wrench, network. Check this out, guys. I don't know if I've shown you, but if you shift, oh, what is it? Shift scroll? No, shift right click. Yeah, look at this. Transparent facades. So now if I hold that, there. If I hold this now, you can kind of see the facade. So magenta cable there, pretty cool. All right. Oh, there. Boop. All right. So we got a little bit of a Thaumcraft setup here, and I did come up with a pretty cool thing for the crucible that we should also do today. So let's go through what we should do. Okay. I want to do alchemical furnace things, so we can burn V. I want to put up jars with our Essentia. This is Thaumcraft mana on these stairs that I made here, and I want to put up the infusion altar. And before we do anything though, I'm gonna make another mob farm. How many mob farms have we done in this LP? A lot. So I'm gonna do it off camera, but it's a little bit of a new concept, so I want to show you that. First though, check this out. I came up with this very, very simple mechanic of filling a crucible with water, and then removing the water. And that's pretty important, because otherwise it will boil and it will create warp and or taint, and yeah, that's not a good thing. You don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and install this as well. I'm gonna move that up and install it in a neat way over here. I think I can hide Steve's factory manager pretty good here. Plus I also made the floor have like a section for cables and stuff. See if we can see it like that. Just like I did in Crash Landing, if you watch that series. So that's something I'll move. The way I did it, very, very simple, was that I have a trigger for this button here that will pick up water from the tank and put it into another output liquid to the crucible. So very, very simple. And then I do the reverse to pull it back. So you probably know about it if you've played around with Steve's factory manager. Anyway, mob farm time. Why do I want another freaking mob farm? Well, I'm really just moving the mob farm that we did in the lab a few 10 episodes ago or so, you know, for recharging the wand. Eventually, we will use nodes to recharge the wands. We'll do the energized node. We'll create a super node, probably up there, would be cool. And that will be our main source of recharging eventually. But until we get there, we need something convenient. So if we go down here, I'm digging out and I'm using portals. Do you remember that I spoke about this but couldn't get it to work? Well, check this out. Here's my concept. We'll have a mob spawning platform using cursed earth here. I'll make it bigger, much bigger. It will be 8 blocks or 7 blocks from this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, insta mining. This is freaking amazing. It is upgraded and it's like, oh, look at that mining speed, 49. It's craziness. I'm loving it though. But yeah, we'll have fans in here. We'll push them down into this portal and boop, they'll fall down here where we will have diamond spikes. It's important that we use diamond spikes, otherwise we won't get the orbs that we'll recharge the wand with. So that will be our wand recharge, and I wanted to do all of this off camera. I'm probably gonna do 2 or 3 layers like this, so that we get a really, really quick farm for recharging our wand. And it's going to be here in the tower, so it'll work out great. It'll work out great. But I wanted to show you that new concept before I did it, because I thought it was pretty clever. The thing to learn, or to know, the thing that I did wrong when we were testing this back in episode 40, or somewhere around that, long time ago, the thing that I did wrong was that you need to leave headspace for whoever goes through the portal. So I don't think an Enderman will be able to go through this portal, so I may lower this 1 more so that there's a 3 gap here. So keep that in mind if you want to do this. You can't place that in the ceiling. That's what I found out. Alright, so let me go and do that. Look at this. Oh, that looks so good. That's another applied energistics terminal. I'm really happy with how I managed to integrate that. That looks fancy, doesn't it? It looks good. It doesn't look too technical. I think it looks good. Got some niter on some energized void stone to light the place up. Overall, very, very happy with this tower so far. Very happy with the insides of the tower. So yeah, let me go ahead and create this mob farm, and we'll come back and we'll see how it works. Hopefully, you know, we don't have any issues. I'm gonna have to make it so that we can turn it on and off as well. So a lot of wiring, a lot of stuff that you guys have seen before. So you don't have to sit through this again. One of the really fun things with Thaumcraft, did that just, yeah, it worked. Cool. One of the really fun things with Thaumcraft is the exploring part. It's so much exploring or exploration involved, right? You need to scan things, you need to find different things, and they've really built on it in this version, and I'm starting to realize how amazing Thaumcraft has become. It was amazing, but now it's just like, you know, double amazing. I don't know. So I'm out exploring. The mob farm is pretty much done. I'm actually looking for, as you can see in my diamond dollies. Let's see what this is. Oh no. Boom. You can pick up these HarvestCraft gardens by right-clicking on them. I didn't know that. But yeah, I'm actually looking for witch spawners. Witches will give you Perditio. Ooh, this guy. Hi. You can trade with them. They are Thaumcraft mobs. You can trade with them or you can kill them. And they carry goodies. Let's kill this one because I don't have anything to trade with. What did he drop? A gold coin. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking for witch spawners because they will give my wand recharge farm Perditio, and it would just increase the speed of it. But I thought I'd cut back on here because I've been doing quite a bit of exploring. It's been like a few hours of just exploring, which I enjoy so much. I remember when I first played with... Oh, dang it. When I first played with Thaumcraft, and it was so much... Here's what I'm going to do. It was so much exploring and, you know, reason to actually explore that I was just loving it from the beginning because of that fact. Here, let me put some of this junk away. This is another thing that we need to do, and that kind of ties up with this exploration round. We're not going to do so much with this today, but I am slowly collecting all the HarvestCraft stuff that I find, so that we can put up proper food farms. Because I don't want to use this healing axe. That's kind of shitty. So I'm not going to use it once I've spent time on it. But I'm just so freaking excited with Thaumcraft at the moment. Mana beans have also changed. I think they are super nerfed towards how they were, but we'll look into that later. For now, I'm just scanning, looking for witch spawners, getting myself research points. It's one of those things, you know, you can just... Oh, I haven't... Oh, I can't scan it. What is it? Cinnamon tree? Oh, that's cool. I'll cut you down. I'll take you home with me. Can I get... I don't think I'll get any... Oh! Okay. That's a thing. Will you decay on me? Can I get saplings? Jungle saplings. Can I do this? Yep. This is so pro. So... Yeah, this is one of the things... I lost my where I were, but... Oh, hello. Hello, flowers, you're pretty. You're so pretty, you're coming back to me. But I'll do a little bit more exploring. It's really, really enjoyable. And then I'll meet you back at the tower. The mob farm, as I said, is pretty much done. We'll be able to move on to infusion, because we need to do infusion to get a better wand. And I want to get that done in this episode. Alright, back in a second, boys and girls. This is what I'm looking for. Oh, no! Stupid witches. Oh my goodness. Get wrecked. Alright, we're good. Can I scan you, buddy? No. These guys are so cute! Ender Miney. Miney-mo. And he's dead. I'm a terrible, terrible person. Lucky block. Leather. Is that leather? Oh yeah, leather set. That's pretty freaking useless. You get diamonds in some of them and you get leather in some of them. It's weird. This here, these tree moss, that looks pretty good. I can't mine it though because I don't have a shears. So that sucks. I'll bookmark it. 3 moss. Oh snap, look what I just found. Diamond Zane. These are rare. They're from stones. I think this is the worst one. Yeah, that's probably the worst one. But it can dig. You see how it can dig dirt? There is one called the Terrain Eater. Here, let's search for it. Terrain Eater. This is the thing you really want to find. And it's super, super quick. And it can, with efficiency 5, it just rips through dirt and stone. And yeah, it's crazy. And you know what? The latest Iguana Tweaks update should really... See, I can use it as an axe as well. It should have removed the use of tools, but not these. I left them out because they are so rare. They have such a small spawn rate that I found... I thought about it and I thought like, you know, if it's that rare... Oh! If it's that rare, then... you know, if you find it, you'll have to be able to use it, right? So, Alright, we're back at the tower. That's a beauty. Oh, it's a beauty, alright. What's that thing there? What is it? Let's have a look. It's a banner, and it's a magenta banner. You were right, Dizzy Aaron. Oh my, you can indeed... Oh, there's so much stuff here that I haven't seen. You can indeed find it under artifacts. It seems to be a rare thing. You have to discover something first, and I don't know what. Probably the crimson thing. And you craft it super easy like this. So we'll definitely be using those for decorations. I just needed to show you that. Alright, first of all, let's take a look at the place. Been doing quite a bit of work here as well. We have our crucible here that we were talking about from using Steve's Factory Manager. It's not super pretty at the moment. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it. So we can fill it and we can remove the water. It's going to be very important for our witch things. Alright, and then I've installed travel anchors. I think these are really, really good. The travel anchors, right? We can go infusion, basement. The basement area at the moment is kind of my testing grounds until we automate things. And it's really good to have a room like this. It's what I call a direwolf room. Without any offense. It's just an easy room, squarey room to try things out. Then, let's head to the one recharge station. You're liking it? So below here I have 2 levels of mob spawners, and we can go down. Oh, and stuff flying around. Actually, we need to go to the first level. This is a little bit tough. There we go. I have 2 layers like that. Hopefully there are no mobs. No, like this. And another layer here. Then down here we have the portal. And I'm not sure if I showed you the mechanic. I may have cut that away. I'm not sure. I'll know when I edit. But basically, the mobs will be shoved down into this tube by the fans. They'll spawn on the cursed earth, shoved down, and into this portal here, which I can control. I built a dashboard and I can control everything, which is really, really handy. And we'll then use the mobs killed by the diamond spikes as we did in the lab. That's why we do things in the lab. We'll use the diamond spikes, we'll kill them, and below the diamond spikes I have a Steve's Factory Manager set up. Down here that will pick up items through a rapid item valve there, and then send it directly into our ME system so that the items will be picked up. Actually, I should change this to 1 second because 5 seconds was a bit too much item stuff being scattered. Alright, so that's that. And don't you think this turned out pretty good? It's pretty, right? We need to have the corner here for the recharge. And I think I can reach the entire 3x3 in this corner. So let's try it out. We're going to turn on the mob spawns. The dashboard is a little bit weird at the moment, but it works. The fans are on at the moment, even though this is not lit. The mob spawns are now on and that should be lit, so I need to invert those 2 lamps. And the portal is off, so that should be like it is. Alright, mobs are spawning. Let's turn on the portal. Look at my wand. Oh, it's already full. It was already full. Oh! I saw the comments from the last episode regarding the wither cats. You're saying that it's the witches, they use them for something. It's craziness. Alright. But anyway, that farm works really well. And what you can do is that you can turn off the portal and you can stack the mobs in the mob spawner, which I'm doing now. Or you can just turn that off so that we don't get a ton of mobs running around. Anyway, that's very handy. We are going to use nodes probably to recharge our wand later. I think that's quicker. This is though super quick and a very good method of doing it until we have nodes, because that's going to be a while. Now, let us do Arcane Infusion. I'm going to do this a little bit tutorial wise. If we look in the Thaumcraft book, you have Infusion. Infusion is basically Thaumcraft's way of crafting things, I guess. And we're going to need a few things that I've already crafted up. A runic matrix. We're going to need a few of these arcane pedestals. And then we're going to build a multi-block. So let's get on with it. We are to put down 4 arcane stone briquettes like that. And then on top of those, we're going to put arcane stones. If you haven't seen this, be prepared to be amazed. This mod, man, girl, whoever you are, this mod is just beautiful. It's so pretty. Alright, I'll put a dirt block there, break that so that we have an air block in between. And now, this should be how you do it. Wand, boop. Haha. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. That's the prettiest thing I've ever seen. It's so good. And these pedestals here are where we place down our items. And you can place them differently. You can fit more in here. But for now, I think this is the nicest way to do it. Alright, so that is the infusion altar. Now, if we go back to the book SI, and we take a look at something that we can craft with this. For example, the next tier wand, the silverwood wand. It says Arcane Infusion, so we don't do it in a crafting bench. And we need a bunch of things. These are what you place on the pedestals. These. And the middle thing is what you place there. Okay? Then, in addition to that, we need this stuff down here. And this is Thaumcraft's mana. This is pretty called Essentia. And it's the same that's in our wand. But we need it in jars. And you saw that I've already started the process down here. I'll show you in a second. Just to explain this easily. Every block that you can scan, for example this block here, contains Essentia. So that contains 2 fire, 2 of the ghosting, and 4 terra. Let's see what the crucible contains. It contains Percantio and the hammer thing, okay? Arcane work table. You see? Now, that's why it's important that you scan a lot of things. You should scan everything you see if it's possible. I don't think we can scan that, for example, but everything that you can scan, you should scan. Now, how do we turn it into mana? Well, I'm glad you asked. We need to cook it. It's cooking with Iskall time! And I'm so bad at things. Let's scan that as well. Okay, the way you cook it is using something called an alchemic furnace and arcane alembics. They are also in the book, so don't you worry. I went ahead and made these because it was a bit tedious, but basically you need an alchemic furnace, you craft it like that, and you need arcane alembics to where the Essentia will travel to. Alright? Don't worry, it's a little bit weird still. You're fine. Here, let's scan that as well. See, scan everything you can. Did I make? Yes. Okay, good. So, we need to cook it as I said. We need, if we go back and we take a look at the wand, we're going to need all of the basic Essentia and Percantio. Percantio I've already cooked up from mossy stone. We also got the terra and we have the Percantio. Now, let's cook up fire, because I saw a block that I recently scanned that had fire. Was it the infernal? Yeah. Okay, so let's grab some infernal bricks. And if you've scanned it, you can also hold shift, so I haven't scanned that. Now, if I hold shift on it, I can see that, okay, I will get 2 terra, 2 fire, 2 ghost, and 2 ordo per one of these infernal. So that's 4 different, which means I'm going to put on another one of these arcane alembics, and I'm going to put some Essentia tubes. Oops, not like that. This is a way of doing it. This is like the early game way of doing it. Later we will automate this. We'll make sure that we have it in a proper area where it's pretty. But for now, this is fine. So here's what happens. If I cook up one infernal block, it will turn into that liquid Essentia. So if we hover these, we can kind of see that in this guy here, we have 2 Terra, 1 Terra now. We have 2 Ordo in the lowest one, 2 Ignis, 2 Spiritus, and 2 Terra. If I go ahead and put down a jar, boop, it will take the closest one to it, which was the Ordo. So now we have 2 Ordo in there. And then I'm going to use a jar label, which you craft by combining slime balls with ink and paper. Okay, I'm going to shift right click. No, just right click. And now I've designated that jar to Ordo only. Okay, so now I can go ahead and put down a new one. And that's going to grab the fire. And again, right click. Now it's only allowing fire in the jar. These jars, by the way, aren't they amazing? You can hit them and they make a sound as well. They used to move when you did this. Well, that's sad that he removed that. Anyway, they are amazing. If you break them, you can pick them. They contain their contents. If you want to empty them, you shift right click with an empty hand and you'll empty them. All right. What else? Spiritus. Come here, Spiritus. Put the label on. And the last thing was... Where are you? Terra, I think? I don't know where it went. See, the way I'm doing this is I'm using basic pipes just because that's the only thing I can afford at the moment. And I'm probably losing out a little bit. It's not very efficient. So this isn't your permanent setup. But I'm going to go ahead and cook up all of these. And then I'm going to go ahead and cook up more blocks. We have Ordo we have Ordo. We have Fire. We have Terra. We need air and water. If you want to find out what blocks you can use, go to the basic information tab, press the aspects of magic, and you'll have a list of all the stuff. And then hover aqua, for example, we can see that, oh, okay, we can cook up clay, we can cook up cacti, we can even cook up the jars to get aqua. For air, okay, fern and grass and pedestals. And obviously the more things you scan, the more things will be added to that list. So let me do some cooking. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good to eat. Let me do a little bit of that and I will be back with you for our first infusion. Alright, all the Essentia has been cooked up. Look at them jars. Oh, they're so pretty. I can't wait until I have all the jars put up here in a system that will auto refill them. Oh my, it's pretty. Alright, so we are pretty much ready to craft things. The way you do, by the way, is that you just right click these pedestals with the item that you want to put there. And if we take a look at the book, it's in a certain order here. That does not matter, okay? You can put it in any order as long as you have the middle item in the middle. Now, before we actually do this thing, you can see that it says instability moderate. So, this thing has an instability factor. It won't always work, and sometimes it will blow up things. More importantly, it will destroy your items and will pop them off and do stuff. So we're going to make this a little bit more stable before we begin. And one way of doing that is to come down under. And I'm going to go ahead and just spam some zombie heads, because heads and candles and those kind of things will increase your altar's stability. On the pictures, I mean, and design-wise, you may want to place them up here, and that's fine. We're going to do that for design-wise, but for function, I want to spam a lot of these, and it's not pretty to have a crap ton of zombie heads just, you know, hanging around. That's craziness. Who would want to do that? So this is the way I'm going to do it, and that should make it fairly stable. That's a lot of zombie heads, and I think the range is like 3 blocks away from the infusion altar, so that should be fine. Let's do that, and boop, boop. Yeah, okay, good. These jars needs to be placed 11 blocks away from the center at max, I think it is. Do go ahead and comment and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 11. Alright, now let's do this. I'm always a bit scared when I do this, but to start it, right click. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Screenshot time. And that's the worst cutscene ever. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This is a little bit later. The infusion went fine. The game didn't crash. Iskall ran out of hard drive space. And I didn't realize that until I was going to edit the video. Oh, snap. That sucks. I can't really redo the infusion, but you didn't miss much. The thing infused fine, and then I put the... Who's messing? Get out of here. Alright, and then I put together the silver wood wand. I had to do 2 more infusions to do the iron, silver bossed caps. But it's all in the book. It's all in here if you want to do it. These basically, you have to silver one and then you have to do an infusion like that. So yeah, you didn't miss much. Don't you worry. I'm very sorry. Those things happen. Oh, and this just fixed itself. Beautiful. Okay, so I had a bit of an issue with my helmet not showing the notes anymore. I was like, what is going on? So I was considering if I had to use the goggles of revealing, but no, it's working again. Anyway, I won't ramble. That was pretty much it anyway. I'm glad that it crashed, or that it ran out of hard drive space when it ran out of hard drive space, because it could have been worse, you know? Could have been much worse. And it's so weird. I had so much hard drive space before I began the episode. But there was a lot of cutscenes that I actually edited out and stuff to make the video as good as I possibly could. If you enjoyed it, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to show me that support. I love you so much for it. Hit the like button, leave a comment. If you have any ideas, then go ahead and share them. I think for the next episode, I think that we should probably... Can't I learn anything from Dirty? Crazy? That must be weird, something wrong. I think for the next episode, we will do a little bit of HarvestCraft. We'll take a little bit of break from Thaumcraft. Actually, in between episodes, you know what I will do? I just researched all of these. So I will probably craft up a few one focus, and we can check them out in the next episode. But mainly we'll probably work with HarvestCraft, try to get our food situation situated. And yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your awesomeness, and I see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.